Hello, once again, everyone, on the on our special 50th
Go ahead,
episode.
do it again.
No, it's staying in on the 50th
I was blowing
episode.
my nose.
I know, and it came through on the mic. So
good job. Okay,
so we have to use this take now.
Yeah, there's no other choice. I guess I'm just blowing my nose now.
Yeah, but we're here for the 50th Colonelcast ever, number 50, and we discussed what kind of 50 themed videos can we do, or films can we review, and we talked about Attack of the 50-Foot Woman and 50 Shades of Grey and 50 First Dates, but I thought all those sound boring, so I looked up, is there a Godzilla movie that's 50 years old now? And there is. It's Terror of MECHAGODZILLA, the last Showa-era Godzilla film.
But I just watched 50 Shades of Grey. Oh no, I watched the wrong movie.
Oh my god. Well,
No.
Florian, you should have said nothing
about...
and then just talked about BDSM stuff while we were talking about Godzilla at the same time.
Godzilla was just spanking the Tyrannosaurus and the Mechagodzilla. It was so confusing.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
I don't know why they broke up in the end. It seemed like they were perfect for each other.
You confused Dakota Johnson for Titanosaurus on this? Is that...
I guess maybe Mechagodzilla is Christian Grey.
Yeah, he does a lot of punishing and such. So
yeah, shooting his finger missiles. Wow.
Yeah. It's a big problem. But yeah, it's this film, of course, it's the second Mechagodzilla movie, because Mechagodzilla was such a hit that straight away they rushed in, we're gonna do Mechagodzilla again. And I watched both of them for this. I know you, Rich, you said you watched both of them as well here?
Yep, I did. I have never seen the original Mechagodzilla, so I just figured I would watch that as well as the one we're watching today.
Yeah, I watched the whole trilogy of 50 Shades, no problem.
Yeah, that's good. Got all caught up. But yeah, they're very similar movies. They're both about Mechagodzilla is brought here by aliens to take over the world, and then Godzilla shows up.
Or monkey
Simians or something. Yeah,
Simians.
Yeah, and they're monkey men in the other one, but in this one, Terror of Mechagodzilla, they turn real ugly. One of them takes off his face and he's really ugly for a second.
It's pretty disgusting.
Yeah. They're from like a black hole universe. I thought they were going to turn into... Yeah, it was really weird. I thought they were going to turn into like black hole creatures.
They couldn't be bothered wearing masks, so there's only 1 second of the true face.
Yeah. They have a whole effect for when they turn back into monkeys in the other one, and I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't bring that level to this one, you know. Yeah.
Lazy.
Yeah. But I think overall I really enjoyed this. I think it was better than the first Mechagodzilla, you know, even if it was very similar.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. I think the fighting's better. I think having Titanosaurus in there a bit to take some of the punches is pretty good.
Man, I was worried about Titanosaurus because he always seemed like a lame one. You know, you've got like cool ones in these movies. You've got
floppy head.
Yeah, and just he doesn't have any abilities. He can do nothing. You know, and sometimes that's interesting.
What do you mean? What do you mean he can't? He's got a big thing that opens up on his tail and he like flops it around. And
okay, he does. Yeah, he has a wind power, but that's like. Okay, but Mothra has that too, and that's like a supplemental thing. You know, that's not like your main power. It can't be. Wow. But it is for Titanosaurus. And, you know, I think that works in the favor of, if you watch the other ones, Gorosaurus shows up. And I thought Gorosaurus was very hype. Because Gorosaurus is just a giant, stupid-looking dinosaur with no powers. And he just kicks at King Ghidorah in the other one, which is very funny. But, so it could have had an effect sort of like that. But they managed to make Titanosaurus pretty menacing and genuinely pretty cool. You know, they shot him really well. Lots of good low angle shots, and they've like composited in people running away from him and stuff like that. It's very, very well executed, I thought. So
such
I think it looks cool as hell.
Yeah, and he body slams that submarine, and that's that immediately endears you to his stuff.
Fuck yes.
It's so weird how this movie has like such fast pacing where you see the one shot of the submarine being taken down and then the guys just say, "Oh, the submarine was destroyed." Such a movie.
Yeah, the submarine, it was destroyed though, and you saw it, so
wow.
You can't have any issues with it.
Yeah, they didn't even have anyone saying, "Oh no, something's coming up on the sonar. We're in trouble now." Nope, they're just just throwing away a play submarine, a toy,
a miniature, Florian.
Yeah.
What are your overall thoughts on this movie? Yeah, put some respect on the miniatures. That's the whole point of these, is they make these big, elaborate miniature sets and stuff. Okay, those buildings are pretty big. Some of them that they walk into.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but I want to get your overall impressions on this, Florian, because I know you were not a fan of the other one we did the one time.
Which one did we do?
We did Ebra Horror of the Deep on the Anti-Podcast, and that was, I think, a great episode and a great movie. So,
I guess that one didn't have that one didn't have dubs, right?
I sent you a link with. They did have a dub, and it's had a dub for 50 years. But I sent you the one without the dub on purpose. So.
Wow, betrayal.
Yeah. I should have done that again, because this time, unfortunately, you did search and find one with the dub, which I'm worried affected your enjoyment of the movie, because I don't believe these dubs are very good.
By making it actually enjoyable, yeah, we wouldn't want that, would we?
Listen, I feel you got to get the authentic experience of the Godzilla movies and get the real performances of all these actors, so...
Well, you're just gonna get me more racist if I have to listen to Japanese people for 1.5 hours, okay? This is better for everyone, trust me.
Oh my god. Well, that's no good.
Yeah, you don't want racism, right? So you shouldn't encourage it.
I don't know if that's my fault.
It is.
I don't think so.
Everyone knows that the dubs exist for a reason, okay? Nobody is watching with subtitles on a massive scale, all right?
I've now watched 15 different at least 16 Godzilla movies with subtitles, actually.
Yeah. And why are they all in dub when you see them in the cinema, huh? Because it's the better experience.
-1 was subtitled. At least
no
here.
Way. No way.
Yeah. And I watched it with subtitles on, so...
Erich, did you watch it with subtitles?
Yes.
What?
They didn't release a dubbed version over here in theaters. They just didn't.
They must have.
No I don't think so. Maybe later on or something, but I don't know.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think if it was, it would have been afterwards. It would have been a couple months later.
Wow. Well, I guess it's time that you guys start respecting my culture of needing Japanese 6 dubbed, okay? The German people, they need all the languages they don't speak dubbed, alright?
I don't know.
It's just how it is here. You go to the cinema, everything's dubbed, alright?
Did they dub a Minecraft movie for you?
Yeah, they dub all the movies. I had to specifically search out one that was in English because I speak English, okay?
Oh my god. Well,
there are not many that I can see in English.
I think that's a moral wrong, and it's a great disrespect to the artists behind these films, okay?
Well, you're a racist then, okay? Because that's how it works here in Germany and Austria.
Listen,
we got a thriving industry of voice actors where it's always the same voices that you hear, all right?
You need to evolve. You got to get out of the 90s, okay? You got to embrace the subtitles and read your movies. You have to.
No, you're against progress. We have all these great dub artists, okay, and they're all relying on it. We even got German celebrities dubbing movies, all right?
They can all do cartoons or something, okay, and then leave the real movies subtitled.
No, nobody wants that. People grow up thinking that like the Looney Tunes are German, okay? It's crazy.
Really?
Yes, they do. Despite there being English signs whenever
half of the episodes are about Bugs Bunny shooting like a Native American or something. I don't.
Whoa.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. We have Indian movies too, like Cowboys and Indians. Remember? There's like really popular ones that are German.
Do the German children grow up thinking that Native Americans are from Germany too, or?
I don't think so. I don't know. I guess they must just imagine the Wild West as being like some really crazy land, like Star Wars or whatever.
Like Star Wars, yeah. I mean, I guess so. Sure.
Yep. Well, this was great lore, I guess.
It's always interesting to get a peek into what's going on in Austria. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Look, I can't tell you how many kids I've heard talk about like even grown people talk about how these cartoons are like German. It's so crazy.
Okay.
And everyone so pronounces Tomb Raider wrong. They all say Tom Raider. It's so crazy.
Okay. That doesn't sound like enlightenment to me. I don't know.
That's the perfect integration of cultures, okay? You're just elitist and stupid, all right?
You listen. You gotta watch it subtitled. This movie, Florian, this Godzilla, it features the last performance, I believe, ever by I wrote down his name. I forget.
Yeah, good job. You're really showing me how important this guy is if you don't remember his name.
Akihiko Harada. He played Dr. Serizawa in the first one, and for this movie, they brought the director of the first one back, and then brought him back, and he's playing a different scientist, and it's like a perfect bookend for the Showa era Godzilla movies, because of that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's a Showa?
That's
an era of Japanese history. All of the different eras of Godzilla movies are bookended by the names of different Japanese eras.
Yeah, they categorize them. It's like a different.
When was this Showa era?
It was the eras don't actually line up perfectly with the real empires of Japan and stuff. But this one was 1954 to 1975 was the Showa ones, and they made 15 movies in that time. They took a big break after Raids Again, which was the second one. Before they did King Kong and Godzilla, they took a 10-year break. But then after that, it was full steam ahead, and they put out a Godzilla every year. So. And most of them are like this one, where they're very silly and they fight a bunch of other monsters and stuff. And there's aliens, which is I can't
believe you talk about empires, and they're from 1920. Wow, just leading up to World War II, I guess. Cool.
The Showa era, it's named after that era of that empire. I don't know why that's a system they use to this day, but they do. I don't know if because one of the eras is the Millennium Era. That's not after a specific emperor. That's just because those movies came out around the 2000s.
Yeah, because it was 1999 and it was about to be 2000. That was a big deal.
Yeah, so they made Godzilla 2000 and stuff. And mostly that was just a response to the TriStar movie, so. But yeah. It was but yeah, they got all these Godzilla eras, the Heisei era people are very fond of for the 80s movies. And most of those, I think those are all connected in a straight storyline and stuff, I'm pretty sure. But I haven't actually gotten around to watching those ones. And then they have the Reiwa era, which is the modern one, which started in 2016
Shin
with
Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla, yeah. And then
great movie.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hoping.
I don't think that one has an English dub, right?
I'm sure it does have some English dub somewhere, but I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's the best looking Godzilla of all time, I guess. But I guess he just evolves into regular Godzilla.
Which one is your favorite one? Do you like the little fish one at the start?
I like the one that's really bug-eyed and it's just flopping all over the place. But it's not the very first one, I think.
Oh, the first one's just a tail, and then the second one is a little bug-eyed guy, and then he gets legs and he walks around better.
Yeah, I guess when he gets the legs, that looks pretty cool too.
I love when he's like this little guy who's just flopping around. He looks like he's in so much pain.
Yeah, he's got no arms and stuff.
What does Shin Godzilla mean?
I think
New. Shin means new.
Yeah.
I'm like, does it refer to like him having like exposed shins?
No, it's a Japanese word.
The word shin just means new.
Yeah.
I guess so. I guess that does sound like a Japanese word.
They did Shin Ultraman and Shin Kamen Rider as well when they, kind of writing off of that, like nostalgia for these 70s monster properties and stuff.
They didn't reuse Shin Godzilla, did they?
No, they are talking about doing a sequel to it now, though, after the -1 sequel, so who knows?
Is he gonna re-evolve from the fish form?
I don't know. I've seen so much fucking behind the scenes stuff for these movies that I haven't even actually watched. But there were like art books from Shin Godzilla where like his fifth form was gonna be like a bunch of little people, like lizard people monsters, and they'd run around and like Godzilla. Like the idea was Godzilla got beaten by the committee, so he became a committee or something. Was what they were saying, or it was.
It's like Godzilla keeps evolving to face the challenge in front of him.
Yeah. And then he was going to turn into like a big unspeakable angel or something, like a big crazy angelic humanoid thing or something, like some Evangelion type thing, because it's the Evangelion guy who did that movie.
So anyways, this movie that we watched,
it
was so strange. You just started off with having like a recap of the previous movies that goes for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they just have like this weird researcher who found this dinosaur Godzilla. But then when the government finally tries to come and work with him, he pretends to be dead, and his daughter insists that he's dead, and it was very strange,
No. Well, yeah, because he's going into hiding because he's working for the aliens, so.
I guess it is very stiff with the dub as well, but I'm sure it'd be equally stiff with the subs, the way they're like, oh no, he's definitely dead.
Yeah, well, it's just she is kind of. I think that they sort of overact a lot of stuff in these movies because they are very campy, and she's trying to portray like, oh well, I have to keep the secret, and it's kind of difficult for me to keep the secret, so she has to act kind of stiff and strange about it, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. And then she becomes the brain of MECHAGODZILLA, but not her actual brain, but her belly becomes his brain.
Yeah.
So strange.
Yeah, I fucking, whenever they like have that bit where they snap zoom on her eyes and they flash all green and stuff to show that she's controlling MECHAGODZILLA, that was so cool.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it gets you hyped every time.
Really?
The first movie does not have a girl controlling MECHAGODZILLA, and it's much worse off for it. Like, as soon as you have a Japanese girl piloting MECHAGODZILLA, it's just so much better.
I mean, she doesn't even pilot it. It's just like a parasite that lives in her.
Yeah, alright. She's just controlling
it. I wish she was controlling it. I wish she was actually killing all those people. Oh well. I guess she's just a damsel who's abused by MECHAGODZILLA. What a shame.
I guess, what are your guys' overall thoughts on MECHAGODZILLA himself,
I like him. The design is amazing. I actually like this original design way more than the new one that they came up with for the King Kong versus Godzilla movie.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely more than that one.
Yeah. I think it's just, it's such a fun idea. Is that, what if Godzilla... I love that, well, at least in the first movie, he's wearing a Godzilla skin, but he's making the wrong noises, so something's up, and that's not actually Godzilla. And then, yeah, as you discover that there's a MECHAGODZILLA under there, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe how often Godzilla makes that sound. Wow. Like, all the time, and they didn't use it once in the -1, not in the original pitch. What a shame.
Well, they used the old roar for -1 because they
wow.
Yeah,
so old. He's not even evolved to that form yet.
Yeah, well, because they didn't want to have him screeching really high pitched and stuff,
Not yet, I guess.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be bigger or smaller in -2?
We don't know. I guess.
Wow.
We'll find out. It'll be interesting.
Guess so. Guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
For now.
I hope he is. I hope they make him like just excessively big, like in Godzilla Earth, where he's like 10 trillion feet tall or whatever. So,
and he has to be really shrill, making that old sound that he kept making.
Yeah, you know. I like I really the Godzilla roar, of course, is very iconic. You know, I don't care for MECHAGODZILLA's roar in this. He's very
I don't either. It's they should have gone for like a mechanized version of Godzilla's roar rather than just
or something.
He just sounds like he's making robot noises.
Yeah.
Well, why would he? He's not supposed to blend in. He's supposed to kill Godzilla.
Well, you know, it's I mean, he's supposed to blend in the first one, and he does have the wrong voice and stuff. In the first one, you can see him he shoots yellow lasers and stuff, and it's very strange.
Wow, they couldn't get the voice right. Silly aliens.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's, yeah, I'm a big fan of Titanosaurus's roars, but that's mostly because they use them in Super Metroid. All the bosses make those noises and stuff, which is really weird.
How can they do such a thing? Wow.
Yeah. They stole some of Angris's roars for Super Metroid as well, I'm pretty sure. It's just, and it's very, it's very weird. Yeah, because they sound like identical, so I think they must have. It's, I don't know if that's like a stock sound effect or if they just like Toho released a sound library or something that Nintendo bought. I have no idea. But it's
they just bought cool. Godzilla sounds. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I mean the Godzilla sounds do show up in other stuff. Like sometimes you'll be watching like a cartoon and something will make a Godzilla roar and it's like what are you doing? That's something very specific. You can't like pretend that your stupid dinosaur in your stupid fucking Powerpuff Girls or whatever it is like you can't pretend perfect. That's Godzilla.
Dude, why not? That's perfect for Powerpuff Girls.
I don't know.
Of course it would be like a fake Godzilla.
Well, maybe that would work for Powerpuff Girl. I'm not. That's just one that I thought up. That's not a real thing that I've heard specifically. But
there's the Gex trilogy that I've been meaning to play, but I didn't get around to it yet. And in Gex 2, like I think one of the final bosses is you becoming Gexilla, and you fight against Mecha Brexilla.
That sounds good.
And you just like, I guess you're just a big lizard, and you smack buildings with your tail, and then health comes out of them in form of a fly for some reason. I guess because you're still a gecko in the end.
Well, yeah. I mean, in Luigi's Mansion 3, there's a whole scene where you join a kaiju movie production, and you as Luigi, he walks around and he steps on the buildings.
Wow.
Because there's like a director ghost who's filming a Godzilla ghost movie, and you fight a big he's like a regular ghost in a Godzilla suit, and it's very funny. So.
Holy shit, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's fantastic scene of that game.
So anyways, that Gex thing was how I got like introduced mostly to lots of Godzilla, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was cool, I guess. It was just like one pretty fun boss fight.
Yeah. I mean, the whole concept of like fighting the mecha version of like the main character or whatever, that's like such a big thing now, you know? It's like they make fun of that.
That is one of the stuff. That is one of the essential stories in storytelling. Man versus nature, man versus man versus himself, man versus mechanized version of himself.
Yeah, it's right up there with man versus bride of man. So, wow. Yes. They were gonna do a Bride of Godzilla at one point. That was the thing they talked about.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't remember the details on
Mothra.
The sex.
I don't think it would
glorious.
be Mothra. I want to say they like made a giant fake Bride of Godzilla or something, you know.
Wow, that's why I said move over to Mothra.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mothra was supposed to be good in one of those that we watched.
Bride of Godzilla is a giant humanoid robot which appeared in the unfilmed 1956 Godzilla screenplay. Okay. Yeah, I guess it would be very cheap to do. You know, you don't have to make a big suit if it's just you cast a lady to play giant Bride of Godzilla. So
yeah, you just
need a big monster. It
should just be a They should just have another Godzilla suit and put big lipstick on it. Yeah,
Godzilla with a bow on.
Yeah, with a bow on that.
No, they're just gonna have the Godzilla head, and then it's a bikini lady. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, something. It should be monstery to some degree, but I don't know. Yeah.
And she moves like very seductively and not at all like one of those clumsy kaiju.
Yeah, that could be peak and fantastic, you know.
Yeah, totally immersion breaking.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess who is your guys' favorite character in the human plot of this outside of the scientist and his daughter?
Shit.
Wow.
This is a trap. This whole question is a trap.
Like I'd remember anyone. Wow.
Yeah. Listen, I talked about, at the end of the Fantastic Four episode, I mentioned I cannot tell these characters apart, especially in this one because they all have mullets, and it's like I don't know, and you can't tell because if they're not all in a scene together, you can't tell how many of the main characters there even are. So
I mean, if they're just like army dudes, then who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't help that I did watch 2 of these movies, and like scenes of one of them, like the scenes are all so similar. So like it's like
right.
Like, is this the guy in the mullet from MECHAGODZILLA 1 or MECHAGODZILLA 2? Like I don't know. I don't remember. At this point, it's all mixed in my head. But yeah. And they're not very distinct characters. They're all like very basic kind of leading man characters, and then they get kidnapped at the end, and then they break out and stuff, you know. So I don't know. That is sort of the weakness of a lot of the Godzilla ones, is that the human plot is not super interesting. Maybe these actors are like big, or they were very big and famous at the time, you know, and it's like, you know, maybe if you were a Japanese person, you wouldn't care about like Tom Cruise or whatever. I don't know, but like. It's yeah.
That's Japanese.
Was there nudity
Tom
in the
Cruise.
version you guys watched?
Nudity? No. I don't think so.
Yeah, at least in the version I saw on Criterion Channel, you see her boobs when they're doing an operation on her in order to connect her with Mechagodzilla.
I think that was in there.
Wow,
okay.
That was focused on because her stomach was open
mannequin.
and it was really creepy looking. So.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
Godzilla was naked.
Well, yeah, he is naked the whole movie. Yeah. Those.
Yeah, Godzilla famously never wears bare pants.
Yeah. King Kong is always naked, and you can't see anything down there though, so it all works out.
Wow.
And it's fine.
Just got
tiny gorilla, big. No,
Yeah.
tiny.
King Kong's so mad because he's got like a proportional normal gorilla penis on his giant gorilla body. That's why he's only interested in the human women. Yeah.
Wow.
Because
humans have some of the largest penises in the animal kingdom because we're so slutty.
Yeah, relative to our body size, yeah, or something like that. Not as big as a blue
Asian
whale.
people are less slutty, so that's good, I guess. Yep.
Possibly. But they're yeah, I don't know. I guess just sort of this. I do wish this movie had one more monster, you know, because the last Mechagodzilla.
No, 3 is enough. Surely.
3 is fine, but I do wish Anguirus showed up at some point or something, or King Caesar had a grand return, because I got really excited about King Caesar as well in the last one.
Yeah, King Caesar was pretty fun.
Which one was he?
He wasn't in
well,
any
that
of the
was in
ones
the
you've
previous
seen.
movie.
Yeah, he was in.
Yeah, but which one is he?
He's a giant. He's like a giant lion man. You know.
Wow.
He's got like a lion tail and a lion head, but he's
like the family protector or whatever for the Akon. Is that the Akami?
Yeah.
It is. Tyrannosaurus is pretty boring. It's just like pretty similar to Godzilla, really.
I kind of like that, you know, because
really.
this is the last
Of course.
It's the last big show of Godzilla, you know, and it's basically you get to see the hero Godzilla who's developed over the last 15 movies. He's basically fighting like the original Godzilla, who is just a mindless rampaging monster, you know. So it shows the character development. You know, it's the same way. It's just as good as having Ultraman fight Superman and stuff like that, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, just as good.
Yeah, but they did this 50 years
iconic
before.
Ultraman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have the character fight like a version of himself, you know? And Godzilla's basically fighting two of them in this movie because the other one's Mechagodzilla, so...
Wow, Attack of the Clones. Great.
Yeah. Exactly. they should have done a Godzilla movie where there were a bunch of little Godzilla clones and stuff who ran around.
Yeah, New York Godzilla.
Yeah, I guess that one it has the Raptor Godzillas, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe they shouldn't have done that then.
Oh wow! Careful
I
what you wish for in the past.
That one's no good, you know. But that's just because they got Roland Emmerich to do it. So
it's gotta be good. I feel like that movie was really cool. Okay.
It's probably very no good. If I had to take a guess.
I bet if you watched it, you'd be impressed. Okay.
I don't know. I've watched Independence Day. I've seen Independence Day 2 and everything. That I wasn't impressed by any of that. I've seen the 2012
Independence Day is not good. Are you crazy?
Yeah, it's no good. It's very boring.
You hate America. You hate freedom.
You know what? I hate that 90s American attitude. Okay, I do. I'm glad they had 9/11 to humble them.
Yeah, wow, that worked out so well. Now you got Trump.
Yeah, well, now I have a different reason to hate him now, so it's fine. It all worked out. They should have... The golden age of America was 2008 to 2016. Everything before was bad, and everything after has been bad, so...
I like how Fight Club is just a guy being bored of doing a regular job.
Yeah.
It's crazy, yeah.
I saw that Reddit post too, Florian.
Well, I saw a video where that was mentioned.
Okay. Well, I think both of them took it from a 4chan post that I've seen on Twitter too. So.
Yeah. They didn't know how good they had it, but actually people still have it pretty good. So whatever.
Well,
they should just go back to doing Fight Clubs.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't done Fight Club reboot yet. But, you know.
Yeah, actually.
They should do Fight Club with Kaiju.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have Godzilla talking to this other Godzilla in his head and stuff.
So
Anguirus is a figment of his imagination.
Godzilla just has a day job, but then he just returns to being a Godzilla. He just does a Primal Fight Club. Wow.
Yeah. I haven't actually seen Fight Club, so I don't know. I don't know exactly what happens in it.
Oh my fucking
probably
god!
Slot Godzilla in there.
You've never seen Fight Club. Your blind spots are so weird.
It's
indeed.
There's a lot of movies out there.
I guess we got. Shut up! There's a lot of movies out there. Jesus, man.
There's a lot of movies out there. Okay?
Are you trying to avoid the good ones?
I had to watch. I've been watching Godzilla. Okay.
Wow, yeah, that's important. Gotta make sure to watch 50 versions of the same movie where a guy in a rubber suit destroys buildings.
It's
watching
great every time.
Kino. Yeah, wow.
It's like maybe only a quarter of Godzilla movies are not great, okay? The rest are fantastic.
Wow, yeah, Independence Day is bad, but Godzilla, just make a million Godzillas, eat it up all the time.
They did, and so many of them are so good. I don't know how they managed it.
So epic.
Yeah.
Well, at least they kept doing it, you know? I guess if America just kept doing their movies a million times, then people could just shut up about it, you know?
They do that. We just did Fantastic Four and Superman, and those are both been done dozens of times, so collectively.
Well, Superman a lot less. I guess Marvel is like the main thing that has like a lot of movies now.
Yeah. There's always been franchises that just go on forever, you know?
Not really. I mean, Transformers doesn't go on for that long.
They've made like 8 or 10 of those. That's a lot.
It's not 50. I want something with 50. I guess Batman.
Almost none of them are as big as many as Godzilla because they made 15 of them in a row the one time. So.
I guess Star Trek made a lot of movies back then.
Yeah, Star Trek probably has like 10 or 12 or something by now, right? I don't know, in total.
I mean, I guess it's got like a million series, so it's beaten Godzilla, I guess.
There's a lot of franchises that go on way too long. Star Wars has like 12 movies, and another one's coming out next year, so...
I mean, you seem to like it with Godzilla. I don't know.
Yeah, but
guess you like
that's
it with
because
Marvel, too.
the Godzilla ones are fun, all of them. Okay, and then you watch Star Wars and you watch like Rogue One, and it's like I don't want to watch this anymore. So
What?
I don't know.
Rogue One was good. What are you talking about?
I was not a huge Rogue One fan. It's very.
In what way?
It's just the main character is so boring, and they're just all upset all the time, and then nothing happens.
Is it because it's a woman?
No, it's because nothing happened. She doesn't do anything interesting in the whole movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of action that's happening. She steals important documents.
It's a lot of build up for the thing that was already in the intro of the first one anyway. Okay, it's like the most pointless thing that anyone's ever made.
No, it isn't. Like the scene where they blow up that whole area where they were fighting, and that was so epic. What are you talking about?
I didn't care for it at all. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to watch Andor and then rewatch it and then see if it's good, but I don't know.
Unfortunately, Andor only makes the problems with Rogue One more evident.
Then I'll just never watch it again.
What problems are they?
I mean, the character is very flat and one-dimensional for the most part.
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember Cassian Andor being a standout in Rogue One anyway. I don't know why they made that whole show.
Actually, I think he was a standout in the movie.
Maybe relative to everyone else, but like, I don't know. I thought it was boring.
Well, yeah, the black robot's pretty cool. I guess we get his origin story too.
He was joking, and I remember that, but that's all. So I don't remember any of the jokes.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. But Godzilla has the benefit of like the main attraction is just you watch these people fight a whole bunch, these monsters beat up on each other, and that just doesn't get old, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, like the
I
human
guess you would just
plotline can be lacking.
You would just watch Infinite Itchy and Scratchy or whatever.
Sure.
Just like constant.
Over like Rogue One, I absolutely would.
You hate cartoons?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
how do you hate cartoons when you like rubber suit monsters stomping on buildings?
Well, I mean, part of the appeal is that, you know, it like someone set up these intricate little villages and towns and giant buildings and everything for these guys to go stomp on and stuff, and that's kind of interesting in its own way.
That's not more work than drawing it.
It is way more work, and that's
no, it isn't.
Yeah, it's way more work to set up these little miniatures. I'm sure. Yeah.
No, you have no idea how expensive animation is. It takes so much work. Jesus.
Well,
how can you possibly think that making miniatures compares?
I don't know. These movies, I mean, they didn't cost a lot relative to other stuff, but animated movies, they used to be cheap before they hired Chris Pratt to voice them all. So.
No, until they had to start paying living wages for everyone.
Oh yeah,
when they just had the sweatshops, then they were cheap. Yeah.
What's the budget of like Boy and the Heron? I'm sure that's still significantly lower than like a Marvel movie or whatever.
Well, yeah, but still more expensive than a Godzilla movie, right? Unless it's
looks like $55 million. But it should be said, Florian is right that they really overwork the Japanese animators for the most part. So
I mean, yeah, that's true. But
they overwork the miniature.
They're also overworking the suit people and the miniature guys. Yeah, so
yeah,
it all evens out, you know, for our ratios.
Must be so hard to stomp around in a suit.
Those suits, they're really heavy. There's all sorts of stories about people passing out in them and stuff because they're like 80.
Actually, this says it had a $95 million budget.
No. Well, that's once you factor in Robert Pattinson. Okay, he charged $40 million to be in that movie. I'm sure. So.
Wow.
No. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
so did you care for the struggle of Tyrannosaurus? What does he even do? Did they even use that? Did they use that ultra gun with ultrasound gun?
Yeah, they shot him with the sonic thing to try to disrupt his thing in his whole issue or whatever.
Wow, was he confused?
Yeah, and he was like "Get out of my head! Get out of my head!"
Yeah. He was just being assaulted by psychic blasts from that girl or whatever. I think she was controlling him, right? Maybe not as directly, but to some amount.
I mean, he was like flailing around as usual to me, but okay.
Well, yeah, but he was being directed to go fight Godzilla somehow. I don't know. I don't remember the detail on how they got him to do that.
Epic.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, women making men fight. Same old story, huh?
Well, but the men are making the woman make the men fight. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So it wraps around. It's fine.
Wow, the woman didn't even have a choice.
Yeah, they installed something in her brain to make her an evil robot.
Well, they replaced her whole body, I guess.
Or something.
Except for her boobs.
I don't know. They said she had her human brain still, kinda, because they needed brain tissue specifically, was what they said in the subtitles version I watched. So.
Wow.
I think the one I watched was the Criterion one.
They also say that she is a machine and incapable of love and only there for hatred.
Well, yeah, but that's not true, though. She proves them wrong by killing herself at the end, so...
How'd they think that was true when they didn't replace her brain?
No, I don't know.
It's crazy.
I think maybe they were just trying to be really mean and control her more, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
She believed them.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so.
Hilarious.
I guess one of the big hype moments in this film was, of course, Godzilla's intro, was when he shows up and all the fucking lightning goes and stuff and the theme starts playing, and that's like, I don't know how you can't melt into the seat, you know? It's so cool.
Wow. So iconic.
It is. He's got an iconic theme.
And then when Star Wars does like a callback, you're like, oh no, I've seen this already.
Well, that's
I'm
fine if they use Luke's theme when Luke shows up in Return of the Jedi or whatever. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, well,
I just don't like.
Fine with him showing up again.
I'm fine with him in Last Jedi too. Okay, I'm fine that they use his Luke theme. That's fine.
Okay.
That's okay. It's just the fact that he shows up as a stupid ghost and is like, fuck you, Rian Johnson, and that's his only thing to do in the next movie. That's when I start having a problem. So, yeah.
Wow.
And that's a writing and creative issue, so, and not a theme thing. But yeah, I guess it's like a thematic thing, but you know.
Yeah, I feel like you complain about Star Wars being repetitive a lot when it really isn't. It's like telling a new story most of the time, except for like the new trilogy, I guess. But other than that, it's all new stories, you know.
When I watch like an X-wing fight a Star Destroyer in like Rogue One, it's, for me, that's like if 5 of the Godzilla movies from this, out of this like first 15 set, if 5 of them were all about him fighting Mechagodzilla and like nothing interesting happened, you know?
Why is it 5?
I don't know, because if it's like a lot, that's like more than half of Star Wars is about the same like 5 ship designs that they have, and then they keep reusing them and it gets very stale. I don't know.
Really? You think they just need more ship designs?
If they had new ships that did cool things and they didn't just shoot at each other, whenever they had a new one, it's just like a different shape, but it does the same shit as the old one.
Wait a minute. They rammed that Star Destroyer into the other Star Destroyer.
That was a cool moment, yeah. But that was like the one thing that they did in that whole movie.
Wow, the Holder maneuver. You really liked that one.
No, the one in Rogue One with the hammerhead guy or whatever. The Fishman.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a hammerhead ship and he smacked into the one ship or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that bit. That was cool. If they had more stuff like that, I'd be more excited about the Star Wars space battle stuff. But
I like when they had those stupid fat bombers that blow up so easily.
Yeah, those were also cool in Last Jedi. I like those.
Wow.
Yeah.
People did not like those. I guess you're on your
own. Know. Mahler was very upset, and he devoted like 5 times the amount of time they're on screen to complain about it.
10 hours to complain about it.
Yeah.
I guess they are very impractical. I guess they should have thought of cooler sci-fi ways of doing it.
You know, they should have just said, "Oh, they're gravity based, or like they're magnets or something." They should have just said that in the movie so that people didn't get annoyed by them having gravity or whatever.
It still doesn't make sense that they're like so easy to blow up.
Well, that's just because they're like a crappy like last resort ship that they pulled off of there. You know, it was like everyone said it was a bad idea and to bring them all back. So because they knew those ships sucked.
Maybe. I mean, I guess it was just to humble the pilot guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
He thought he could use them, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I don't know.
I can't believe that you like Godzilla, but you don't like Star Wars. It's crazy.
There's good Star Wars movies.
Like what?
Like
Just the original ones?
Like the first two, and the third one's pretty good too.
Wow, 3 movies.
Yeah. And I like Last Jedi. Large amounts of it, at least.
Wow.
And you know what? Force Awakens was a fun time too. I'll say that.
Wow. Okay, that's out of line. That's out of line.
Listen, when you're like a kid and you're watching in the theater and you're like, oh, look at them go, and it's all like the camera's so clear and nice, and you can watch it like a normal modern movie and stuff. That's fun.
Yeah, but to be like, oh, Rogue
It's
One
not a
that
good
has
movie.
too many things I've already seen versus Force Awakens, where it's also all the things you've already seen before.
Yeah, but Force Awakens is joyful and it tricks your brain into having more fun with it, though. I think it's not like a good film.
This is insane, Purple. You like fucking Fantastic Four and it's dreary, and that's not okay when Star Wars does it.
It's okay if it's dreary, but I care about Reed Richards and his baby in Fantastic Four.
Insane.
I don't care about fucking Jyn Erso.
I don't know how you can care about that fucking baby. Jesus, that's insane.
Because it's a baby, and babies inherently should be protected from Galactus.
Let me tell you about
Jyn Erso should have been carrying around a baby that had the Death Star plans inside of it.
You know
what you're saying?
I like Mandalorian too, and it's because of that baby. Okay, it made me care automatically.
I swear you keep complaining about that baby.
Well, the baby gets
complain about it.
The baby becomes an issue when Luke Skywalker's like, "Hey, I saw a guy who looks just like you, and look, I got a little baby lightsaber from him for you to have, baby."
He talked just like this.
Yeah, yeah. He talks with a stupid robot voice because they're using a creepy AI voice on him and his stupid face that isn't really his face. When that guy just looks like him anyway. Yeah. When they brought him back in Mandalorian, that shit's all fucked up and terrible.
No, it was fine. Jesus, man.
It was horrible.
Whatever.
It was not. It looks terrible. It sounds awful.
I mean, it's only like a few scenes.
Well,
yeah, and they were awful scenes.
Wow.
We can go more in depth on these Star Wars things someday. After we finish the Batman wheel, we can do the Star Wars wheel or something.
No, I demand.
My time
I demand we do Rogue One. I cannot let this stand.
Well,
okay, you've defended way worse movies to me here. Okay, you gotta.
It's not true.
How you've done. No, you are out of line. Okay, you gotta see that Rogue One is way better than you give it credit for.
I don't think so.
Well, you'll have to prove it, okay? Because it's happening.
Listen, at the end of this movie, MECHAGODZILLA just fucking unloads all of his bullshit, and I thought that was a great scene, right? Where he's shooting all those laser eyes, and he's doing the finger missiles at him, and he's got the knee missiles, the shin missiles as well. Were very good.
My God.
That's the Shin Godzilla. It was when he shot his shin missiles at him. Yeah.
Yeah, hilarious. You should just have missiles out of everything.
Yeah, I mean that's what they did. They went all in on MECHAGODZILLA, and I'm glad they did. There's that moment which showed up in the intro and stuff from the last one where he does the beam fight, and they both blow each other up a little bit.
Yeah, beam struggle.
Yeah, that might be one of the first beam struggle scenes in media ever.
I need to figure out what is the first beam struggle.
I don't know, because it's like I don't know where it really, because like it got really popular with like Harry Potter, I think, for the modern version of it and stuff. But I have no idea where the first one would have been from.
Okay, so Son of Godzilla supposedly has a pseudo beam fight.
Okay, I don't remember. That maybe he was like shooting, because there's the one spider that shoots all the webs in that one. That might not be a real beam or something. I don't know. Let me look this up. Beam fight Son of Godzilla. Oh, they have a whole wiki page for beam fight. That's so cool.
Hell yeah.
Wikizilla. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for Wikipedia to come alive and stomp over some buildings.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have it. You gotta have it. I'm glad they. I really love Wikizilla. You know, you can, because they make YouTube videos as well, and you can just go watch like a very in-depth analysis and everything on. I think they must have even done Titanosaurus and stuff. You know, they probably have. Yeah, they got a whole kaiju profile. You know, it's a pretty short one and it's pretty old, but they've done it.
Come on, we gotta do Rogue One, okay? I can't let this injustice stand.
I don't know.
I want a Star Wars wheel. I want a Star Wars wheel after the Batman wheel.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we gotta do Rogue One, okay? I must have it.
It'll be on the Star Wars wheel. It will be.
I don't want to wait that long. I want to hear it now.
Well, you might just have to wait because now we've got it set in stone and planned. Okay, so.
Come on, you picked Godzilla. I get to pick one now.
Well, you can pick another one.
Why can't I pick one that I want?
I don't know. Maybe we could do Rogue One, and then we'll just skip it on the wheel. Because it will be like 2 years by the time we get to Star Wars wheel, I guess.
Exactly.
Maybe, so.
Yeah, you'll see that the past is not as bad as you remember it, okay? The recent past.
I'm sure compared to like Mandalorian and like Obi-Wan show, I'm sure Rogue One is better than those. But like, I don't know.
I guess.
About being good.
I mean, it's probably better than the new trilogy, I think.
I don't know.
I mean, those overall even fit together. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's because like one of those movies in that trilogy is like the worst movie ever made. Period. So
no, they're all good. They just don't fit together.
No, Rise of Skywalker is not a. You're not telling me Rise of Skywalker is a good movie, Florian. I'm not.
I mean, it's fun to watch, right, E-Rich?
I am a vague Rise of Skywalker defender, if only because of how disastrous. If only because of how disastrous it is. Because like, to me, Return of the Jedi, it's basically just doing a lot of the things that are bad in Return of the Jedi again.
So you watch like a $300 million like The Room. I guess that's okay.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I thought you were a sincere defender of Star Wars.
No.
No.
Well, you like Last Jedi a lot, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That one's sincere, right? You just didn't like the latest one. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, we gotta do Rogue One.
What a Godzilla episode.
We agree on it now, right?
You know, this is fitting for the 50th Colonelcast. Okay, is that we got very off topic sometimes, you know.
Well, you got to do your Godzilla, okay? Happy birthday, I guess.
Yeah, happy Colonel birthday cast.
I guess 51 is like how many weeks there are in a year.
That's 52.
Yeah, I guess so.
For 52, we should do, if there were a Batman animated movie that was adapting the 52 DC arc or whatever, or New 52 or one of those, then we could have done that. But I don't think they ever did that, so I don't know.
Yeah, all right. That was our review of 50 Shades of Grey.
I got. They did have a one section that confused me in this film was they mentioned Ghidorah, Rodan, and Manda. I don't know why those three specifically. Why Manda? Because Manda's not a big one. But the clips they used were from Destroy All Monsters, which is like set in the 2100s or something. It says it's set at the end of the 21st century. Yeah, but they use clips from it, which implies that it has happened, maybe, or something similar happened. Yeah, I mean the timeline's all fucked for this whole franchise, but you know, it's a very strange thing. But that did stick out to me because I remember thinking it was already weird that they set that movie so far in the future, and then everyone's still in their 70s outfits. So I don't know.
Hell yeah, movies should do that more often. Just don't care about chronology or anything.
They should. I mean, the reason it was set so far in the future was so humanity could have a super space rocket and stuff. And I think the whole ending of that, though, there's just a guy shooting a rock for like 20 minutes with a big laser, trying to break this rock for some reason. I don't remember. I don't remember thinking that was a good movie, though, honestly. Which is weird, because that was directed by Ishiro Hondo, who did this one, and he did the first one, and he did like a few of the other ones in between that were pretty good, so...
Yeah, triumphant return.
Yeah, I'm glad that he went out with a bang with this one. I think this was his last movie that he ever directed, too, so...
Yeah, I don't even know what you're saying. I have no idea about these movies.
Yeah. Hey, you know, it's, these are the people who made them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There sure are many Godzilla movies. Wow. Imagine watching them all.
I'm gonna someday. I gotta be honest, I was trying to marathon the whole Showa era, and after Megalon, I think was the last one, the 13th one, I got kind of bored of it. So I was able to pick up with and watch the Mechagodzilla ones here, which was nice. And get them all rounded out and filled out. But yeah. But then, you know, then there's 15 to 20 more to watch, so.
Wow, what a life.
Yeah. Well, listen,
you watched all of Star Wars.
You watched 8 seasons of Rick and Morty, okay? And they do the same thing every episode.
That's the best show ever. They do something different every episode, you madman.
Well, they're shooting portals in every episode, okay? That's basically the equivalent to Godzilla fighting something.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like inherent to the thing, okay? All of these movies are very distinct and different, except for there is the Megalon and Gigan. One of them reuses a lot of footage from the other. That one's not very distinct, but yeah. Other than that, they're all very different movies in my mind, and I can tell which one is which. So
okay,
they're good. That's a glowing endorsement. You can tell them apart.
I will never understand your obsession with Godzillas.
It's just he's so cool. He's a big lizard that shoots lasers at his mouth.
You don't even like when he was in New York. I don't know.
He doesn't shoot lasers in that one, and he's a fucking dumb T-Rex. That's the whole problem.
I thought you liked that he was a dumb T-Rex.
No, I don't. He has to look like a weird, silly monster and stuff. You know, he can't just be like freaking like a Jurassic Park thing, but they scaled it up really big. That's boring.
He laid eggs.
Yeah, and then they just did more Jurassic Park stuff with it, and that's no good at all.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, Erich, what would you like to plug to end off our Godzilla?
Yeah, my Revan138 letterboxed profile, where you can find me watching some Criterion Collection movies. Don't know what I'm going to watch next. Probably some more Mr. Ripley stuff. So.
All right.
Check out that for that.
Yeah. And Florian, what do you want to plug for us? Do you think will your Rick and Morty be out in 2 or 3 weeks by the time this comes out?
Hopefully. Yeah, I guess I'll watch some more episodes so I can recap everything. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And,
all right. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to the Colonelcast. Here's to another 50 more episodes, and then we'll quit. We'll quit at 100.
Whoa.
Right when we get in a syndication.
Wow. The last purple Colonel.
The very last Colonelcast, yeah.
That's a promise. There's no time to do Star Wars. No!
Maybe what if we just did the Batman wheel really fast and only did Batman ones for the... Yeah.
No.
Then we'd get there.
Wow. You just gotta do 200 Colonels.
Maybe. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye-bye.